I'm now with Dan Lightfoot from Syngenta. He's managing one of the stations here, the 6 stations that look at different aspects of turf care. Dan, what's your station all about?
Well, we're looking at wetting agents. We're looking at how they work, and what the problems are and why you might need them, and then about what it is to sort of like get the best out of your wetting agent. We're looking at a practical solution about how it can work, and then I think very typical of Syngenta, we're making sure that we've got plenty of data to back up and confirm that what we're saying is actually true. So it's just an overview of wetting agents and why our particular solution I think might work well for some of the people who are here today.
And those people here today are predominantly greenkeepers. I think there's a few groundsmen.
In the main, yeah, I know that Paul's here from Aston Villa. Okay. So I spoke to him earlier about he's got slightly different situations. So he wants some moisture on the surface maybe for the football, whereas the groundsmen are wanting it drier and firmer. So there's different needs from the different people that are here.
Okay, has there been one predominant question that's featured?
Always cost, I suppose.
Right,
but in the main, it's just about how that fits them and what they particularly need. I think there's so many different types on the market. It's about making sure that what the customer feels it is going to suit their particular situation. All the kind of individual parts of their golf courses are very, very different, and so they all need something slightly different, even if it's in application rates.
So from the greenkeeper or the groundsman's point of view, they come away here expecting to take what with them?
I always think if they can take one bit of knowledge that they didn't have when they came here is fantastic. If we've been able to give that back, maybe me, but maybe some of the other people at the formulation or the microscopy, if they're able to take one thing that they didn't know and they go back with more knowledge to their turf, whether it be football, rugby, cricket, golf, I think that's the thing that I'd love them to get out of it.
And Dan, one other thing is what Syngenta want to get out of a day like this.
I've only just started with Syngenta. I've been at Syngenta 6 months and people have been there a lot longer than me. But I think Syngenta want to show that we put in so much to make the products right. And also I think we just want to educate people so that they feel more confident when they're going out and using our products especially, but also using any products. If we can just educate the golf industry, I think that's brilliant. Or the turf industry, I think that's absolutely brilliant for us. I think it's good for us, but I think it's also good for the guys there. And you want everyone to want to come back next year. I think that's the thing. That was incredible. I really enjoyed it. I learnt so much. I saw some, the formulation robot. Not many people are allowed to go in there, and it's incredibly sophisticated piece of equipment. And I think it's just fantastic to give people the opportunity to do stuff that they don't normally do. There's a lot of product stuff that goes on in the industry, a lot of golf days, a lot of this kind of thing. And I think to give people the opportunity to do things they wouldn't normally do, I always think is pretty special. Dan, thanks for your time. I know you've got another session starting shortly.
We'll let you get back to it.
No, thank you very much. Brilliant, thank you.
Joined by Nick Paris. He's the course manager at Camberley Heath in Surrey. Nick, thanks for your time in the middle of this busy day.
Pleasure.
As a greenkeeper, you come to an event like this. What do you hope to find out and take away with you?
Primarily looking for new products from Syngenta, to learn a little bit about the new products they're bringing to market. A little bit more education, anything we can pick up that can aid in our skills is to help us in the job that we do.
And we're halfway through the day, so it's probably an unfair question, but so far, is there anything you've seen that is of interest and you're taking back with you?
Yeah, a couple of things, a couple of new products that Syngenta are bringing to market. A wetting agent product called Calibra, which I'm actually doing a trial on at my course at the moment. We're finding out a little bit more about the benefits of that product, how that product works. There was also a really interesting piece done on GPS mapping of stress areas of greens,
right.
Which we're now looking into potentially bring into Camberley Heath to use to help us in the work that we do there.
Nick, the trial that you've got going on with Calibra then, is that something that's been running for a while?
A couple of months, this summer.
And is that purely to evaluate it for use on your course, or is it a trial?
I think it's a trial to help Syngenta work out their marketplace for sports turf in golf. And also it was an opportunity for me to try something new that we felt was going to be a beneficial product for us.
I'm now with Henry Bechelet, who's Technical Manager for Everest for the UK and Ireland. Henry, you're running one of the 6 stations here.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a bit about what you're covering on your station?
Yeah, our station is about how we develop new products and how we evaluate their performance on their way to the market. We're sort of talking quite heavily about new monitoring techniques to demonstrate the performance of our products.
And is there any technical demonstrations that you give as part of this?
Yeah, we talk quite heavily about NDVI sensing, which is a measure of turf vigor. And what we're doing during the course of our station is we're inviting people on their mobile phones to tap into the portal, which shows the actual data live at the trial site in Preston. So we're trying to sort of show people an extensive trial that's actually going on at the moment.
So not only are they here, they're participating in the trial up in Preston
yes,
as well.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Oh, that's brilliant. And in terms of the actual detail of some of the products that you're perhaps talking about here, what are you talking about?
We're sort of starting to talk about the sort of next generation of coating technologies. We're as a company, Everest and ICL as market leaders in coating technologies, and what we're showing now is the next generation, which is a sort of far more durable material and that allows us to release nutrient more efficiently and more consistently over a greater period of time.
Okay, Henry. Well, thank you for your time. I know you've got another session starting in a
yeah,
moment.
Thanks a lot.
We'll let you
Martin.
get on with it.
All right, all the best.
Matt Nutter from East Berkshire Golf Club. He's the course manager there. Matt, thanks for your time. Busy day, interesting day, I'm sure.
Yeah.
What are you hoping to get from a day like this with Everest and Syngenta?
I think for me it's great to have a look at the behind the scenes sort of on producing new products and bringing it to market and what's involved by that. Like we see it on a daily basis, looking in a catalogue or brochure, but actually seeing it live and being made and being worked on is worth a lot. It's a valuable experience, so it's great.
So I think you've probably seen, is it 3 stations so far today?
Yeah.
What stations have you looked at?
We had a trial on Calibra wetting agents, then one on a seaweed that Everest are bringing to market, and then the trial out here on data collection and stressing on plants, which again was interesting and probably new to the market, and to me the way the industry will go on data collection and proving that there's problems in it.
So that sounds like that's been the most interesting of the 3 so far.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you've learnt that you're going to be taking back to East Berkshire?
I just think the value in what that can do and why products work and how products work and a proof that spraying a product is actually making a difference other than looking with your eyes, which also aren't always true. You don't always get a true reflection from a pair of eyes, but backing that up with true data on a daily basis is invaluable, I think.
Okay, so what I wanted to show was the deposits before and after rain. So yesterday I sprayed these plants with Medallion with a UV tracer incorporated into the formulation. So this set, we then left them for 1 hour to dry, and then we rainwashed them for 1 hour with 20 millimetres of rain an hour. So this set had no rain, and this set were rainwashed. And if I put the UV lamp over here, you can see the deposits on the leaf surface of the vine. So that is with no rain. And this one was rainwashed for an hour, and you can still see the deposits. So they haven't washed off.
With Lawrence Piffy, who is a turf consultant, and he's with a company of his own, which is Turfmaster One Limited Consultancy. Lawrence, thanks for your time today.
Okay.
We're here with Syngenta and Everest. You've had a chance, I think, to look at all 6 stations now,
I have.
as we have. Anything in particular that stood out for you today?
Well, first impressions are the sheer size of the facility and all the various things that go on behind the scenes about producing pesticides for use on amenity turf.
So from an event like today, what do you hope to come along and learn, if anything?
A better understanding of what goes on behind the products that we use in turf. We just pick up the products or use them for what we think is the right problem area on turf, not realising the research, the development and the time it takes to bring to market.
So if there's one thing that you take away back to your business life today, what would it be?
The one that caught my eye was the difference in fungicides and the ability to stay on the leaf after incessant rainfall, which is very important, especially on the west side of the UK.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Lawrence, for your time. We'll let
Okay.
you get on.